All right, this is lesson 28, geometrical interpretations of solutions of a linear equation. So scrapbooking lessons. Joanne Fabrics is offering scrapbooking lessons for $15 per hour, plus a $10 supply charge. Michael's is offering the same scrapbooking lessons for $20 per hour, with no initial charge. Okay, so Joanne Fabrics, if we do a chart for her, for them, for the amount of hours for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we figure out the cost, that's going to be 25, 40, 55, 70, and then 85. If we figure out the cost for Michael's for the same amount of hours between 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, that would be 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. So here, if we were to graph these two lines or linear equations, okay, if we were to graph these two linear equations, and first of all, you always number and label your graph here. So we're going to do that first. So I am going to draw my line. Make sure you draw your axes, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you label it. And then also label the lines. Here is our hours. Here's our cost and dollars. So now what I'm going to do is, here is 0 here. And I'm going to label this every third one. So I'm going to say here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Going up, because we need to get to at least 20, I'm going to go by tens, and I'm going to go by every 2. And unfortunately, guys, the hole here is going to be interrupting a little bit of this. So 20, 40, 60, 80. Sorry, guys. I meant to go by tens, not 20s. Sorry, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120. Did it again. 110. 120. There we go. Okay. So now when we draw this line, okay, when we draw this line, we've got, for Joanne Fabrics, we have 1 and 25. So 1 and 25, which is right here. And because their initial value here is 10, so we've got to have 0 and 10, which is right here. Okay. And then we have 2 and 40, 3 and 55, 4 and 70, 5 and 85. Okay. So now when I draw that line, right, and I label this line, okay, and this is going to be y equals 15x plus 10. Our Michaels is y equals 20, so they start at 0, and then 1 and 20. 2 and 40, 3 and 60, 4 and 80, 5 and 100. So now when I draw that line, we have this. Okay? And it says, when would you pay the same amount for scrapbooking classes at Joann Fabrics and Michaels? And it says, explain your answer. Well, at $2, you would pay the same amount of $40. This is where the two lines intersect. And share a common solution. Okay, and that's this point right here. Okay. All right. Next. There are situations, and let me make sure that this is clear for you. Okay. There are situations where we need to work with two linear equations simultaneously. A pair of linear equations is called a system of linear equations. we are looking for the ordered pair that makes both equations true. That point is called the solution. Okay? Finding a solution to a system of equations. Looking within a graph, okay, here's what you do. You find the point of intersection. So for here, okay, the solution would be 20, 25. And that would be the solution to both equations. Okay. So now looking at a table of values, okay, this is a campground, okay, offers tubing and kayaking rentals as shown. And here they are. Okay. It says write an equation to represent each of the activities that the campground offers, where y is the total cost and x is the number of hours. Okay. So y here would equal cost per hour for tubing would be 5.5 or 5.50x plus your deposit of $29. For kayaking, the equation would be y equals 7.50x plus 21. Okay. So now, from here, we can set up a table of values, just like this. And we can find the cost of the tube and the cost of kayaking, okay, for each of those hours. So when we do that, we substitute in for x and then find out what the value is for y. So for the cost of the tube, we've got $34.50 for an hour, $40 for 2 hours, $45.50 for 3 hours, $51 for 4 hours, and $56.50 for 5 hours. For the kayaking, it would be $28.50 for 1 hour, $36 for 2 hours, $43.50 for 3 hours, $51 for 4 hours, and $58.50 for 5 hours. So when would the cost of the activities be the same? Well, at 4 hours, they both cost $51. Okay. It says explain how you determined your answer. That is where the tables have the same value. Let me move that up. I didn't realize that you couldn't see that. Sorry. Okay. And I believe that's the end of our lesson. Yes, it is.